Hey everyone, and welcome to OpenSolar. My name's Christian, and today we're welcoming on board Eguana as an exhibiting battery partner on OpenSolar. If you don't know OpenSolar already, we are a solar sales and design software, essentially an end-to-end toolkit for a solar business, where you can capture leads, manage projects in a CRM, design great solar systems, generate digital and interactive quotes, send them out to your customers and track the touch points along the customer journey, as well as delivering post-sales documentation. So in here you have pretty much everything you need to run your solar business online. And today, as I said before, we're welcoming on board Eguana Technologies. You can see here displayed on this quote, and I'll get to that in a moment. So we're starting off on this My Energy page here, which is the end product of OpenSolar. This is the proposal that you're going to send out to a customer. You also have a few other zones down the bottom here. The project zone is where you manage all of your projects and the CRM and key customer details. The studio zone is where you're doing your solar designs. My Energy, like I said, this is the quote that the customer is going to see. And finally, the control zone, only for the administrators of the account, is where you set up your pricing, payment options, hardware, and various other things. So as we're looking at this proposal today, we can see a few key figures at the top. You can select between multiple views of the home here as well. And you, like I said, you can switch between different options here, and it's a fully digital and interactive quote. So as we switch between different options, you'll see that the graphs and all of the products and things like that will be updated. So welcoming on board Eguana today, you can see this nice looking content with their branding as well as imagery of the products. You can see I've got here an ESS battery, but if I switch over to the LFP option as well, you can see that one there too. So within here you have rich content such as videos that the customers can play to learn more about Eguana and the batteries. You have detailed brochures that run your customers through those products as well. And you also have the spec sheets included there too. As we move on down, we can see the system performance chart here, and for those keen customers we have a daily profile which shows their energy usage throughout the day. You can see here the battery charging through the morning time and discharging through the evening. And you can look at that daily profile for different seasons there as well. Coming down, we've got the environmental benefits. We've also got how your system works. So this just breaks it down on a very simple level for your customer. And we've also got the bill savings here too. And once again, for those keen customers, we can see a detailed savings table there as well. We've got the financial impact in here, and we've also got the quotation table at the bottom, factoring in the ITC there as well. You can download this proposal as a PDF document here too, so you can generate an offline version there and send it via an email attachment or however you wish. And once the customers viewed this proposal and they're happy to proceed, they can then go right ahead and click on accept proposal and pay deposit. They can review the quotation. They can then see the terms and conditions of your business here. They can check off whatever checkboxes that you've created, and they can sign away like this to confirm and pay. Great. So before we dive right into creating our new project, let's jump into this control zone, and I'm going to show you how to create the Eguana exhibit in your account. So if you come in here to design and hardware and batteries, at the top right you can click on plus create, and then you can search for Eguana. You might want to search for the ESS range, for example, and then you'll get a short list of all those batteries, or you can type in the LFP range as well, and they'll come up there too. So you can click on one of those battery modules, and then you'll be able to see the specs there, and you can also put in the cost of that battery module as well, and then hit save, and that will then be loaded into your list of batteries within this area here. Great. So now let's go from the very beginning. We're going to click on this project zone, and we can view here our list of projects, which you can star, favorite, You can one-click call, text, and email your customers right from the app, and you can rank and filter projects on various different bases there, which allow you to get a nice little short list, and then you might want to go then and download your project list here into a CSV file. So these are good ways that you can kind of manage all of your different projects on OpenSolar. If you click into one, you can view more details about that specific project. Within here you have your workflow of different actions that you've created as well for your business. So being fully customizable here, you can plan activities and assign team members to specific jobs, and all of that will then get logged in this project history tab. You can add in various site and service details here, as well as putting in your customers' usage and their utility rate in here too. So we'll take it from the top now, and we'll go back to this project button and then click on New Project at the top right. You can enter in an address in here, so just for an example, I'm going to take this one in California. Select residential or commercial and put in any contact details there. Then we'll go right through to create and design, which takes us into the studio zone of the app, which we can then focus in on our property that we're designing on today. So we'll zoom in a little bit to get a good view of the south-facing roof here of this house. And then at the top left, we'll click on this panel drop down to select our panel type from our list here. So for this example, let's take this LG panel. And then we can click on this plus panel groups button and simply just clicking and dragging to use Solar Touch. And you can release it once you're happy with where the panels are positioned on the roof. And then you can add in any more panels in these surrounding boxes by clicking and dragging again, and simply deleting panels by clicking and dragging on them as well. So once you've laid that down here, you have this little yellow button that pops up, and that allows you to pick up and drag those panels around the roof to where you want. You also have various different other panel options here. So you can see the azimuth set to 180 degrees. That's indicated by this little yellow line that's just coming out from the bottom of the panel group here, so facing directly south. We've also got the slope of the roof here at 20 degrees, and you can put in tilt racks by entering a degrees figure in there as well. If you want to, you can spread out the panels by inches here. So if I type in, for example, 20 inches, that will spread them out like this. And now I've just clicked elsewhere on the map to return us back to this kind of home settings menu over here, but you can quickly click on the panel group again to make any further adjustments within this area. So once that's been added in, we'll then put in our inverter by clicking on plus inverter. We'll take this SolarEdge one as an example here, and we'll also put in our Eguana battery today too by clicking on plus, selecting from our list, and for this example, let's take this ESS battery module. We can then retitle this system option for our customer as well by clicking the pen icon. We'll call this LG and ESS option. And we can offer multiple different options to our customer as well by clicking this duplicate button at the top here too. So this one perhaps will take that other battery that Eguana is exhibiting as well today. We'll go with this LFP 14 kilowatt hour one. And just quickly retitling that at the top as well there. Great, so we've now got two system options for the customer. We're pretty much finished with our design aspects here. We can then configure the pricing within this tab. So in OpenSolar you have various different ways that you can calculate the price, such as by size in this example, or you can use a markup percentage, which will take into account all of the costs of your business. You can see here this is the cost breakdown, so I haven't configured my hardware or my labor costs and things like that. That's all done in the control zone over here, but that's another way you can do it. Or you can choose to enter the price manually and just type in the system price there as well. You'll see here that the ITC federal tax credit is already calculated for you automatically in OpenSolar, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. And then you also have your payment options here, so I'm offering a 20-year loan and a cash payment option as well. So we're pretty much ready to move on now. If you want to, you can select different map views to show the customer too. So if I click on this north aspect at the bottom here, I can then just realign the map. So the panels are on the roof again, and then click this Show Customer button to display that on the quote there. Perfect. Now let's move on to this My Energy page where we can view our new quote. So you can see it really only takes a matter of minutes in OpenSolar. Probably took me longer than normal there because I'm trying to talk through everything, but you can really just pop these out in 30 seconds or so once you've done all of your account configuration. So we've loaded in our proposal now. You can see we're just still loading in some of the financials at the top here, but like I said before, switching between different options here, and once again having access to this awesome looking Eguana content on our proposals as well, which is really nice. Great, so let's move on to the control zone now. And in here, this is only for the administrators of the business, and this is where you set up all of the kind of key settings. So if we go into this company tab and look at business info, we can set up our logo as well as about your business content. You can put in the address here too. You can add in team members to your account by going into team and clicking on plus create and just typing in their email address, and they'll get an invitation to join here. You can set up any business processes in this area too. So this allows you to manage your workflow, and you can also set up any tags as well here that you want to tag the project. So these actions and tags are then selected within this project tab over here for a specific job. You can set up your pricing and your payment options within these two tabs here, and also your cost information in this tab as well. To set up your hardware, just like we ran through before with the batteries, we click on plus create at the top right, and then we type in a manufacturer or a model code, and then we should be able to select from our OpenSolar database, or you can create a component on your own as well. So that process goes for the modules, the inverters, and the batteries like we ran through with these Eguana ones here. The purchase experience relates to your customers, so this proposal template is where you configure what the My Energy page will look like. So you can add in any marketing content, change the look and feel of that proposal template, which is nice. So you have full control over that, and you can customize the terms and conditions of your business in here. So clicking create again, and then entering the terms and conditions, ideally from a Word document to maintain the formatting. Within the checkout experience is where you can put any payment and final kind of checkout details. So you can see here, these are those check boxes that the customer has to accept. And then you can also include a credit card, Stripe integration here as well if you want to switch that on, or just accept offline details, which is where you can put in any bank detail information for transfer. So that's where you're configuring all of that, those kind of final steps for the customer there. And that pretty much covers a high-level run-through of OpenSolar. Thanks for tuning into this video. If you need any additional support, don't hesitate to reach out in the support button here. You can visit our help center, which has a great training package of videos. I highly recommend checking that out to start off with. And you should also definitely check out these weekly webinars as well that we run 3 times per week. They cover pretty much the whole software in a lot of detail. You can submit a ticket to us and we generally get back to you on the same day, or feel free to book in a 30-minute call with us as well if you're new to OpenSolar and you want a little run through. Perfect. Thanks again for watching this video. Welcome on board Eguana Technologies in the United States. My name's Christian, and have a great day.